not all of us have the opportunity to make dramatic getaways. If you feel the same about your company as Greg Smith did about Goldman Sachs, what would you do about it? Chris Roebuck is a visiting professor of transformational leadership at the Cass Business School. He's formerly the head of global leadership for UBS. We've a lot to cover. I don't want to focus purely on Goldman. But I do want to know, what should somebody watching who has similar reservations about their company do?
What they should do is they should try to do it internally with their boss and with the people in the organisation. If that doesn't work, to be perfectly blunt, if you can't handle it anymore and if the organisation is not living what it says it should be living in terms of values, it's time to think about leaving.
Oh, that's... So basically, you suggest that you go to the same management that may be doing the wrong thing and hope they'll have a Damascus moment.
Then maybe they will have a Damascus moment, but you have to give them the option, because otherwise then they might not be aware of exactly what's going on. It might not be them that's doing the thing wrong, it might be somebody else that you've seen doing something wrong, and they need to be made aware of it.
Right, so let's look at it from the other point of view then, from the company's point of view. You're chief exec of a company and you want to make sure that your ethos and ethics are being followed through. Look at it from that side. Tell me what the company should be doing.
What the company should be doing is effectively managing risk through its people. So everybody in that organisation knows what is right and what is wrong. And that's what went wrong with the financial crisis. What most chief executives don't know is that if they get that right, if they have the right positive culture like Goldman's used to have, you can get up to 30% more performance from up to 60 to 70% of your staff for the same time, for the same money. It's madness not to.
Putting in place strategies so that, and I don't just mean the disgruntled or those who've got a gripe because they didn't get a pay rise or a bonus. Putting in place policies, real policies. How difficult is it?
It shouldn't be that difficult, because it's just the way a good organisation should work, so that everybody in that organisation should be able to say, something's going wrong, we need to do something about it.
Back to Greg Smith. If what you say is right, he had no option but to leave, because it's unlikely that the management would have listened and the board of directors, he'd have never got anywhere near them and they'd have been left out. He probably had no option but to go.
I agree he had no option but to go, and to be perfectly honest, doing it the way he did, he's probably had so much publicity that one of their competitors will probably have rung him up by now and said, come and work for us.
And then would have treated him with asbestos gloves. In case he does the same thing.
Good for them.
Good to see you. There you are. Good to see you. Many thanks.